Wow, Purrazzo, Starks, they will meet to crown the first ever women's pure champion. But a woman that was in that tournament, Caprice.
This match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, being accompanied by Christopher Daniels and Skyflight. Let's go to New York City. She is representing Skyflight, Leila Gray.
Well, Leila Gray getting a great reception here in Columbus. And it was on Tuesday, the ROH YouTube special, Caprice. Leila Gray picking up the victory and then called out by a new face here in ROH, but one of the blue chips in professional wrestling who's making her ROH debut here tonight.
What better way to make your debut than to call out somebody that's already made their name here in Ring of Honor. But now we're getting ready to see Riccaboni, the real deal.
Her opponent, representing the DMV, Zayda Steel.
Well, the real deal, Zayda Steel, here tonight. And Zayda Steel comes in with quite the reputation. This custom theme music. I'll tell you what, the lights, the reputation that precedes her this early on into her career as being a name to watch, an athlete to watch, championship caliber on both sides of the ring. And again, if we're giving you this type of match to start on 0 hour, what will we see in the women's television title match with Mercedes Moné?
Women's television title match, we have Mercedes Moné in the house, right? Mercedes, and then Red Velvet, she gets an opportunity.
What a second deal! Looking for the quick pin there.
To reclaim the title that she feels she should have never lost. Came back a little too early, tried to defend it, but now this will be the match that she's been waiting on.
And shoulder to shoulder there as Leila Gray gets followed in. Zayda Steel, great misdirection, gets the shoulder tackle there.
We also get a first women's pure champion tonight, Riccaboni.
Absolutely, Billy Starks, the queen of the tournament, takes on Deonna Purrazzo, who competed in the very first match of the relaunch of the women's division in 2015. I called that bout. And of course, we had the 6-man tag team titles, and Leila Gray tied into that match. You talk about maybe the Outrunners giving Dalton some momentum to the national title. Leila is part of Skyflight. Could they win the World 6-man tag team titles as they take on STP?
I'll tell you what, Skyflight has been on another level since teaming with Christopher Daniels and having Scorpio Sky in their corner, man. You just look at them, their win streak has gotten longer. The advice they've been getting, they've received and they've taken well. And they were already great to start with.
Wow! Smashing the face of Leila Gray. 2.
So I just want to see the opportunity they get with Scorpio Sky in their corner. They could walk out Scorpio Sky, former 6-man tag champion, and Christopher Daniels. They could be 2-time 6-man tag champions tonight.
Absolutely, is the real deal, Zayda Steel with Leila Gray in the corner. It's interesting with Steel, you know, I kind of got the cold shoulder, cold vibe, and it didn't really change things for me when she interrupted Leila Gray. Now, Gray took it professionally. It seemed like it was like, you're bad, I'm bad, which bad is good.
Right.
Oh,
you bad.
You bad, yeah. We bad. And that seemed to be handled professionally, but, you know, again, we talk about little reputations, things like that. It'd be interesting to see if this will stay a scientific bout.
And he misses. Well, right now, we've been seeing just grit wrestling, man, and nobody taking the edge, nobody cheating. Both women, nice neck breaker there by Leila Gray. Leila Gray wants to put this thing away. Zayda still needs to make a statement. She wants to stay in this match.
Nice sling blade there.
It's a setup, Riccaboni.
Certainly is, but going for the cover. 1, 2. That's a bit of a heat check cover.
Yeah, once Leila Gray starts working on that head area, man, she's going for that finish.
Well, and talk about heat check covers. There'll be no time for that in the survival of the fittest because it's going to be all 6 men competing. Pinfall, submission eliminates an athlete until we get down to 2. The last 2 remaining competitors will compete for the ROH World Championship. Any one of those 6 men could walk out.
Out of nowhere, I tell you what, man, Commander has great experience, and it was this time last year where he won the television title in the same type of match.
But on the flip side, Blake Christian was the man who was in there at the end in that match last year.
And Blake Christian's not the same Blake Christian that was in that match.
No, that to me was the launching point. That is when Blake started to believe in himself, but also find that edge.
And that edge rendered him undefeated in 2025. And anybody that's undefeated in a whole year in Ring of Honor that makes a statement, he wanted that statement to get him a single title shot, but it got him in this one. Two. Leila Gray trying to put it away. We've seen a lot from Zayda Steele here, man. She's working awesome.
Certainly is. This has been a great bout so far between Gray and Zayda Steele. Christopher Daniels, fallen angel, a man who knows about championships here in ROH. Wait a minute, maybe trying to hook the Angel's wings.
Yeah, she's trying to finish it off. Zayda Steele maybe doing her homework. Maybe this Boston Crab is one of her finishes, Riccaboni.
Certainly is. And you see the smart move by Leila Gray to try and go to the side to alleviate some of the pressure.
Trying to go to the side, trying to go to the ropes. Things that you're not able to do, and that's why Christopher Daniels over to the side as well. He said, come this way. Don't give up. Come this way is what Christopher Daniels is telling Leila Gray. This thing is in deep, Riccaboni. This is a gut check right here. You can see Leila thinking about tapping.
Certainly is, as the real deal dropping her hips and now readjusting. That knee going left to right now.
That readjustment transition in play. Let's see what the transition calls. Too late for a transition. Leila's out of there.
And Leila now back to her feet, eyeing up the real deal, charging in.
Wow, that was a stalking punch. Yeah. Leila not wanting to make any mistakes there, waiting to see where Steele was before she did anything.
And Leila charging in. Leila, who has been in the orbit of the ROH Women's World Championship. We know the other half, the yin to the yang of the double main event. The ROH Women's World title on the line. Persephone, who won the CMLL Women's Grand Prix, featuring stars from all over the globe, including Tekla, including many of the great stars of AEW and Ring of Honor.
Watch this.
1, 2. Will challenge Athena, who's approaching 1,100 days, whose journey as champion started 3 years ago at Final Battle, winning the title here, but Caprice on the men's side.
Oh my goodness, we have survival of the fittest. 6 people have an opportunity. 1 has an opportunity to retain the title. 5 others have an opportunity to be world champion.
And the big elbow there.
You know who I think's a sleeper in that match too is Hechicero.
Absolutely.
He's given Bandito so much trouble this whole year, and now he has an opportunity to watch everybody. But then watch this fly.
Wow! Perfect impact on target. Beautiful move there from Zayda Steele.
I don't know if I've ever seen Steele fly, Riccaboni.
Well, it just did there now as Steele sending Leila Gray in. You can see either of these women cover. 2. You can see either of these women at some point competing.
Yeah.
For the television or world championship based on what we're seeing here.
I think I figured out why Zayda Steele has called it out. Leila Gray, she has Leila Gray scouted. She's been watching Leila Gray matches. She's known some of her moves and been blocking them right there. There was a move blocked. Leila Gray trying to put it away again with this pedigree-like maneuver. It's like the 5th time that she's been working on the head of Zayda Steele, trying to wear it down. It's the head as well.
Beautiful satellite DDT, and Zayda Steele rolling through.
He's holding on.
Oh, wait a minute. But it's Leila Gray. Leila Gray who gets in position. The arms butterfly.
First with Zayda Steele. That's gonna be it.
Angels wins. 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Leila Gray.
Terrific win for Leila Gray, and will that portend a victory for Skyflight in the ROH World 6-man tag team title bout at Final Battle of Fans. Right now, our broadcast colleague, Lexi Nair, is standing by. Oh, we're going to stay here as Leila Gray. We don't want to...
Respect.
And this was a great debut.
Yeah. Respect, man.
Code of honor adhered to. Respect is earned. Fans, right now,